NCAA Softball World Series presented by Capital One. If necessary, national semifinal winner-take-all goes to play for the national championship. The 7-seed Tennessee, the 2-seed Texas, the All-American seniors. One of them gets to stay, one of them has to head home. Getting ready to send the first team to the championship series. Longhorns and Lady Vols.
The spotlight.
She loves these moments.
The farther you go, the brighter it becomes.
You're in the championship or you're going home. We have to go out there and be ready for battle.
Deep drive. Back it goes. And Tennessee walks it off.
I was made to shine.
Proven that we need to be here and we're going to win it all.
Got her. The Texas Longhorns survive.
Moments like these are made for stars like you.
Lana Leach to make the diving catch.
The championship is on the horizon.
This moment, this pitch.
Katie Stewart jacks one deep.
The closer you come, the hotter it gets.
I was made to shine.
Go Vols!
This is the Women's College World Series.
It's the 2026 NCAA Softball World Series presented by Capital One. Just a little while ago, the first meeting, Texas had to win it, and they did win it. They stave off elimination, beating Tennessee 5-2. Tegan Cavan coming on out of the bullpen to get the final out with the bases loaded and the game-winning run for the Lady Vols at the plate. So now we have one more. Texas and Tennessee for a spot in the championship. And coming up later tonight, Alabama and Texas Tech. The Crimson Tide one win away from the finals. Texas Tech will have to sweep a doubleheader this evening. Welcome back to Devon Park. Beth Mowens, our Olympic gold medalist, Jessica Mendoza, Michelle Smith. We've got Holly Rowe down on the field. The pitching matchup we thought we might get in game one, we will get in game two, Pickens against Cavan.
Oh, and that makes me excited. The All-American arms are showing up and showing out, and they have in this World Series. These are two very experienced pitchers that know how to get it done and all parts of the zone. Carlin Pickens recorded the fastest pitch ever thrown in NCAA history. She is dominant at the top of the zone. Also a very good drop ball, change of combinations. She can expand the zone. And how about last year's MOP, Most Outstanding Player, Tegan Cavan for Texas. She can just hammer the zone as well. Also a very good rise ball. These are dynamic pitchers that put fear into hitters' hearts. The All-Americans are really going to show out here at the World Series.
And there you see Pickens ready to go for Tennessee. Did not throw earlier today. Tegan Cavan did, just briefly. And for more, here's Holly Rowe.
Well, guys, both of these pitchers have put in a lot of work, and we can honestly say they are two of the best in the country this season. Carlin Pickens told us earlier this week, you know, this senior year maybe hasn't gone exactly how she planned, but she feels like she's in a great place right now. She said, I am really visualizing my pitches. How do I want them to look? How do I want them to feel? She calls herself a rubber band. If you pull it out and then snap it back, it gets better each and every time you pull it out. So that's how she does it. Starts slow and snaps back to be even stronger later in games. And for Tegan Cavan, she has actually turned to her mental performance coaches as well. Dean Wellams, Eric Thompson, they are helping her when she has mental self-talk that's not telling her the truth and being negative in her head. She has really worked on a mantra. When I have my stuff, no one can beat me. I am as prepared as I need to be. Both will have a chance to see if their techniques work here in the circle today in a huge game.
All right, thank you, Holly. Two very confident and very experienced pitchers, but they will be facing some home run hitters. Time just to talk about those bats.
Yeah, let's talk about the bats, because a big reason why the teams are here is because they slug. And you look at Tennessee, when they slug, they win, and that's exactly what they did. Every game leading up until today, they had a home run from unexpected places all over this lineup. And how about Texas? Their two main studs. Katie Stewart with a monster shot out to left to field. That's back-to-back days with a monster home run. And then Reese Atwood breaking out of never having a home run at the Women's College World Series. This got Texas on the board. Those two they need for Texas to win.
Lady Vols and Longhorns, one game to decide who goes on to play for the national championship. Brought to you by Capital One. We highlight Emma Clark for the Tennessee Lady Vols. 4 home runs in this NCAA tournament, including the big walk-off on Saturday to stay in the winner's bracket. They hit a home run in their first 7 games of this postseason. Did not get one earlier today in the 5-2 loss to Texas. So it's Tegan Cavan, the junior out of West Des Moines, Iowa, 26-6 with a 2.40 ERA. Foul ball down past her head coach, Karen Weekly, now in her 25th season with Tennessee, their 10th trip to the World Series. They've been to the finals twice and come up just short. Sophia Knight gets the start out in center field. A couple of ground outs, a single, reached on an error in the game earlier today. How do the Lady Vols respond from their first loss of this NCAA tournament? The momentum certainly would appear initially here to be in burnt orange. Texas comes in off of their 5th elimination game victory of the postseason. And one more elimination game win away from a 4th final in 5 years. For the defending champs, that's lifted out to left. And the catch made by Altmaier, 1 down.
Well, you mentioned it, Beth. This game is all about momentum, and right now, Tegan Cavan hoping to keep it for Texas by using her pitches 70 miles an hour, drop ball, changeup at 60 miles an hour. At this World Series against Tennessee, 4 strikeouts, 3 of them on the rise ball, 1 of them downstairs. She has been tough. She's hard throwing. She's got lots of experience, the most outstanding player last year. Really good vertical separation between that rise and drop, and will effectively mix speeds.
Ella Dodge has moved up in the batting order for this game too, and she grounds out to second. 2 down. Let's see if the Texas infield is a little better this second game. They had 4 errors, and Tennessee did not make them pay in game 1 today.
Yeah, well, Lali Gutierrez spins a lot of balls off of her bat, and the defense did not look good. A little bit different look coming off the bat, off of Cavan's pitches.
More of a strikeout pitcher.
And you'll see fly balls because she'll go up in the zone. Key for Cavan is to keep those fly balls in the yard. Emma Clark the big home run hitter for Tennessee.
Kavan only lasted 3 innings when these two teams played one another in the opener here on Thursday. Allowed the 3 earned runs, but she has been clutch since, picking up wins over Mississippi State and Nebraska.
And this is a game of momentum, and I think for Tennessee, they've got to come out to a hot start. They've got to try to get up on the board early in this game, set the tone, give Carlin Pickens a little bit of a lead and some comfort.
Two-one pitch from Tegan Kavan. Launched a long way, but foul.
And that's the danger of being a rise ball pitcher and what these hitters can do. Emma Clark just early on that one, but 78 miles an hour off the bat.
Two-two pitch to Emma Clark. Megan Rabin is behind the plate today. Chelsea Clark, Robbie Guest, Brian Crochet on the bases. Gets her to chase out of the zone, and it's a 1-2-3 start for Kavan.
So Kavan keeps the momentum for the Longhorns, getting a nice first inning and closing it out with a strikeout on the drop ball, low and inside. Longhorns picking up the bats.
Brought to you by Capital One. And in the starting lineup, batting second is Katie Stewart. She and Reese Atwood both hit home runs in game 1 today. Couple of solo shots. Texas 20-2 on the season when they both go deep. And was that a big wake-up call for their offense with Stewart and Atwood getting after it? They will face the ace, Carlin Pickens, the senior for Tennessee.
Pickens has been dominating throughout her entire career. The senior throws with great velocity. Look at that, 76 miles an hour, that rise ball at the top of the zone. How about the drop ball at the lower half of the zone and the changeup? She'll use those to all different quadrants on both sides of the plate. She will get you to swing and miss out. She will get you to chase out of the zone as well. So it's that drop and rise ball, top and bottom of the zone, but she really expands in the upper half of the zone with that rise ball. Look for her speeds to be in the mid-70s.
3 innings of work against Texas on Thursday. 4 hits, 2 earned runs as Caden Henry steps in. Caden is 1 for 8 in the 2 games against the Lady Vols here. has the most hits of anyone in the tournament starting the day. Junior from Dickinson, Texas, was talking to us the other day about how adversity brings this team together, how these elimination games seem to really bond this group together. Had to win 2 in the Supers. They've already won 3 here at the World Series, and Henry strikes out. 1 down for Pickens.
Well, and that's that drop ball. She throws that drop about 53% of the time. That is her go-to pitch. You can see the four-seam over the top spin on that. A little bit of run away from Kaden Henry, the lefty. First strikeout to start out the game.
All-America showdown. The 2-time SEC Pitcher of the Year against the reigning SEC Player of the Year. Stewart hit her 29th home run earlier today. And a swing for the fence there, reaching away at 75 miles an hour.
That was power on power, 75, and then a big swing from Katie Stewart.
Nearly half her pitches have been that fast at the World Series. That was her 75th pitch of 75 miles an hour. Everyone else combined, zip bupkis.
Yeah, we've never seen 75 unless it's Carlin Pickens, so she sits in a category that she owns.
Well, she has so much length, too. She's tall. She gets out to that 8-foot circle, releasing the ball at about 36.5 feet.
We have so many cool shots that I want in this game to take you in the batter's box of what it's like to face Carlin Pickens. You see the numbers, but for Katie Stewart right now, who's such a great hitter, that first pitch just blew right by her.
2-2 pitch. Got her. A couple of strikeouts to start out for Carlin.
And you'll see that a lot. That's a sword. It's a half swing, and Katie Stewart notices this pitch down. It's low. She tries to hold up and just cannot. The velocity at 70 miles an hour. She gets Stewart to chase on a pitch that's well out of the zone.
Here's Vivi Martinez. You've talked a lot, Jess, about how good hitters can handle velocity, but if you've got, you know, a difference of 10 or 15 miles an hour in your other pitches, that's where the problem comes in, right?
Both strikeouts did not come on 75 plus. They came on 68 and 70. And yes, that's a 5-6 mile an hour difference. She can also get down even lower than that, but she'll change your eye levels too. 76 miles an hour. It's fun to hit velocity when you know where it's going to be. But for Carlin Pickens, the trick is the unpredictability. She's not stuck with one location.
2-2 as she tries to strike out the side to start things off for the Lady Vols. She's done it 8 times in the opening inning of a game, the first time you get eyes on her. She's done that 9 times in an opening inning of a game when you first get eyes on her.
Beth Moen, she likes to correct you or make you count just a little bit higher. That is Carlin Pickens. It is velocity, it is speed, it's spin, it's on the edges, using all of her pitches, striking out the side to start out the game.
College World Series is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? And in part by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need.
Earlier today, this was the story and a must-win for Texas, and they did win. Katie Stewart with a home run. Tegan Cavan ends the game with the bases loaded and a strikeout looking. So here we are in the if necessary game. Now whoever wins this one is into the finals, where they would face either Alabama or Texas Tech. Those teams start their semifinals tonight, 7 Eastern on ESPN. 4, 5, and 6 to face Cavan. Here's Alana Leach. Alana was 0 for 4 earlier today. A lot of ground outs, a lot on the dirt against the drop baller, Citlali Gutierrez. Let's see if they can get it airborne against the rise ball pitcher. Not a whole lot of launch angle in game one.
Hard to get those pitches elevated. Not here.
We actually need, though, more launch against the drop. Less launch against Cavan and Pickens when they're throwing the ball up in the zone.
There's the Leach paterfamilias with the split uni. Well, you can hear the chatter coming from both dugouts. Need a little help to get going. Second game of the day in 90-degree heat, pushing 100. One down, and here is Elsa Morrison, who hit the 3-run home run off of Cavan on Thursday.
This is a massive shot. Cavan coming up and in. That's the zone for Morrison. A beautiful job taking her deep. Big part of their win against Texas. Cavan will stick probably middle away. It's more of the blue zone, so you look at slug and a heat map, which is what these teams do when they're looking at their scouting reports. You want to stay away from the red, and for Elsa Morrison, that red is that entire inner half, low and high.
.265 on the season, 7 home runs, 37 runs batted in. That home run she hit snapped Tegan Cavan's streak of 37 2/3 consecutive innings at the World Series without allowing an earned run. A World Series record that she carried through most of last year's tournament en route to MVP honors.
Cavan mentioned after that game she wasn't sharp, she wasn't really herself, had worked from behind a little bit, and has since made adjustments and been good the rest of the series.
Gets the swing and miss. 2 down, couple of Ks for Cavan.
Well, and this is where Cavan is a little bit more lively, that arm. You can see this is a rise ball, but it's going to also have some curve action on it. You can see the way that it's going to slide to the outer half and away from Morrison into that cool zone that you talked about, Jess, getting the swing and miss.
Ball's down.
Gabby Leach hitting in the 6th spot in the order. Both these sides know coming in with this pitcher's duel, you know, you're looking to manufacture something. Both teams committed errors earlier and miscues in the infield. You're looking to put a little pressure on the defense, get the ball in play, which is such a challenge.
These are two of the best. This is why we're here.
And why they're here.
You get to go head to head. It's how you write it up. And we came in today wanting game one of this now doubleheader to be Pickens versus Cavan, and we get it here in game two.
Leach skies that one out to right. Maloney is there. 6 in a row retired by Cavan to start things off for Texas.
Carlin Pickens, one of the biggest superstars that we will see in the game today because of what she can do with the velocity and her height. 43 feet is a normal distance, but she is 6'1". And what does that mean? So not just where she's throwing from 43, but 7 feet. She gets to that top of the circle when she's releasing the ball. And oh, heck yeah, 79.4, that's 111 miles an hour equivalent. Yeah, 0.35 seconds. Go ahead at home, put your timer on. That's what these hitters have to work with. So let me take you inside the batter's box. Blow it by you. 3 straight strikeouts, Caden Henry, Katie Stewart, and Vivi Martinez. It is so hard to react at a pitch coming that hard. We've never seen it in the history of the sport. And that is what Pickens has done here when no other pitcher has thrown 75 plus the way she does.
Striking out the side of the first. It's 4, 5, and 6, and the All-American matchup with Reese Atwood. These two will be teammates with Team USA this summer. Cavan also in that talent pool.
And to quantify that 0.3 of a second, that's like 100 to 400 milliseconds. It's the same thing. It's right in that range. That's the blink of an eye. That's how fast that is.
And that's when the pitch. That's when the pitch gets to these hitters,
yes.
Smitty. So imagine when the hitter has to make a decision. It's even less than blink of an eye. That is why it is so difficult to hit her velocity, and so important that she also mixes that up. So I mean, sometimes you just get that front foot down and try and guess,
hoping the ball hits the barrel. Not the barrel.
Leanne, good. Let's check in with Holly.
Well, guys, speaking of speed, I really vividly remember the first time somebody hit 73 in this circle on this field. It was Monica Abbott at Tennessee. So I reached out to Monica about Carlin Pickens' speed. More in a moment. And Monica said the highest she ever got regularly in college was 71, 73, but she did hit 77 in a Chicago Bandits game. But she said Carlin Pickens is way faster than me regularly and way better than me. And I said, not so, but we love you, Monica. But I think that's really crazy that just a few years ago, we were dying of somebody hitting 73, and now Carlin is regularly in 75. It really is a huge innovation.
Yeah, Monica was awfully good. Her innings pitched ridiculous. Strikeouts, ridiculous. She's played in the finals here. Will Carlin Pickens get a chance to do the same?
Over that top rotation on the drop ball again. This one's a little more elevated, but it doesn't matter. Good is going to wave through this pitch on the outer half. Really good location on that last pitch. She has struck out 4 of the 5 hitters she's faced.
She almost, on that drop, Smitty, it's like a curveball break late. So do these righties. Not only is it going down, but it's also going away.
Yeah. She's got a lot of run on her pitches, and most really good pitchers will. Their arms are electric.
Anna Wells, the freshman, will have a go at it. Of course, for Carlin, it's not just the season, it's her college career. This is it for her. She was the #1 draft pick in the AUSL Pro Draft.
Think about that. With this senior class, you guys, she was 1-1. She was the top pick.
2 strikes.
Nyjah Kennedy. I mean, you think about all the other players. Jordy Fromm.
Ball's out.
The Bruin Bombers.
Megan Grant. Jordan Woolery. I mean, it's impressive. And it tells you a lot of what not only she is as a pitcher, but what she's meant to the sport.
Yeah.
You get her on your team, you're going to get a whole lot of fans as well.
Total package.
Ball.
Full count here.
I like the way you guys compliment the pitchers, especially Carlin.
I don't even know what's come over me.
Well, we're at that time in this tournament that the great arms, the teams that are here have great arms. It's just, they also have very good hitters, obviously, but we talk about it all the time. Good pitching typically will shut down good hitting, but you've got to have both at this point of the game. I mean,
yeah, the last 4 do.
Yep.
Think of what this year has been, you guys. It has been a hitter's game all season long. But you're right, you get here, and now it's just a normal softball game. And the pitchers have dominated.
Loses well, so the first base runner for either side. Well, can Pickens do it with Erin Newer and Sage Marjepka? You look at Monica Abbott. When they played in the finals in 2007, she threw pretty much everything. They come back in 2013 and play in the finals with 2 pitchers, Ellen and Ivy Renfro. And now they come back this year, they're going to try with 3 pitchers, the #1 staff in the country in terms of whip, ERA, opponent's batting average. Is this the breakthrough? This is one of the programs that has been here the most without taking the title home.
It's not a question to me of the pitchers. They've honestly had the pitchers to win it the last 2 times they were in the championship series. It's the bats. That is where the offense has to be different from the other Vols teams that have been here.
Ball inside.
Yeah, I agree. You've got to give run support to those pitchers in the circle, putting up as many runs as you can, taking the pressure off of them and off the defense.
There's Kaya Altmaier.
Ball.
Six of the last 7 pitches have been balls now for Pickens.
Ball.
And after blowing through the first 5, trouble quickly pops up. And she looks over to the dugout here to get the attention of Megan Rhodes Smith. I think, is she looking for a towel?
Yep, towel. She's got a rosin bag at the back of the circle. This is a thing, being able to stay dry is important.
Very humid day, not just the heat here.
You can see she wears those sleeves. Most pitchers will wear sleeves even when it's hot to try to keep that sweat from rolling down. You can just see the ball falling out of the side of her hand. You can see the rosin or chalk that she has, and now she's wiping her fingers together saying, I need a towel. I need something to keep my hand dry.
She keeps asking for new softballs as well.
Remember the other day in one of their games, a ball came up on the netting in the back, and she kept trying in between innings to get somebody to tip the ball back down onto the field. Is that something, Smitty, you got? I mean, obviously it's all feel in those fingers.
Absolutely, and sometimes you find a ball that the seams are just a little different. There's a little bit better tack or feel to the ball. Absolutely, and sometimes it goes in the stands and you're like, can I have that ball back? Sorry, I'll buy you an ice cream later.
That's not a souvenir.
That's right. It does make a difference.
Holly Rowe.
Well, you see that she does wear those long sleeves to keep that sweat from trickling down her arms, and that is a problem, as I can attest to it trickling down my own body at this moment. But some of the pitchers told us that they've actually been putting antiperspirant around their wrists so that it doesn't get to their wrists. But Carlin obviously struggling right now with that grip, getting a towel put back into her back pocket, and really that rosin bag at her foot.
You could see the rosin on her hand right there. I mean, she has coated it as much as possible.
You guys have made up words here at the World Series. I'm going to make one. Holly Rowe just reported on sweaticate.
Sweaticate
At
etiquette.
the World Series. Sweaticate.
Well, you can see the way that Carlin's arms are down between pitches. I used to stand and keep my throwing arm above my heart and keep it up so that the sweat could not roll down into my wrist or into my palm. Until then, I would grab it out of the ball out of my glove and then go.
Smitty Sweaticate.
That's right.
Oh, wow. Carlin Pickens, a reaction. She thought she went on that last one, and you could tell how much she is living on every pitch right now.
2 balls, 1 strike. Oh, yeah. 9 of the last 11 have been balls. That one is in fair territory. No, they're going to say,
I think they're going to say
did it foul ball or it hit her foot?
But Maloney saying it did not. And it just dies right in front of home plate, which was why the assumption, but it does not hit her foot. It hits the dirt.
Wow. And that looks like that could be a fair ball, but once it's called fouled and killed, it's not reviewable.
Yeah. Well, it's not fair because Reese Atwood thinks the ball is then dead.
Missed it away.
Sorry. Elsa Morrison.
Full count. Couple of walks with 2 outs. Wells and Altmaier aboard, and a chance here in the 2nd inning for Texas. Maloney down to first, and Mackenzie Butt is there. Couple left on. Scoreless through 2.
Really working the zone today. Lower half, 53% of the time she works that drop ball. And Tegan Cavan also showing the magic in her arm. Both these aces getting it done. Look at that, 822 career strikeouts for Carlin Pickens, over 600 for Cavan, just a junior. Both of them All-Americans.
So it's Cavan back to work here in the top of the third. She's retired 6 straight with a couple K. But Faw and Holly do up. First time they met on Thursday, Tennessee was hitless through the first 14 batters before they got it going in a 6-3 win. Ball's out. Mackenzie Butt, the sophomore from Garden Grove, California. 1 for 3 in the opener today. Singled and scored in the 7th. Tennessee lost 5-2. They had the game-winning run at the plate in the bottom of the 7th with a chance to walk it off with the bases loaded, and Cavan got a strikeout.
One of the stories I've always enjoyed about Tegan Cavan is the fact that she does everything left-handed except for pitch. She pitches right-handed, but she writes left-handed. She eats left-handed. It's usually the opposite way around. In fact, Caitlin Terry does everything right-handed. Her mom wanted a left-handed hitter and pitcher, and they taught her growing up to be left-handed.
Another strikeout for the lefty-righty.
That's right. Cavan, 3rd strikeout on the afternoon, using this pitch downstairs again. Just so much natural movement when she goes to the lower half of the zone. 70 miles an hour.
Gonna bring up Bella Faw.
How about Cavan? No sleeve, no rosin. She has a little baby towel in her back pocket. But, I mean, you talk about just the differences of probably sweat and how you can handle it. She's just using her pants old school. Just wipes her hand, uses the dirt. Let's go.
That's how they roll in West Des Moines, Jess. Same hometown of one Caitlin Clark. Ahead here in the count, 0-2. Junior out of Sugar Hill, Georgia. Ball. .206 on the season for Bella.
Wow.
Another strikeout.
Yeah, and another sword. Both pitchers just doing heavy damage to these hitters. Look at the way she's going to get the half swing. This is a rise ball. This is well out of the zone, and Faw's going to try to hold up, but there is just no happening to that. She gets out long, strong on that front side and really dips underneath that rise ball to get that late sharp movement.
Talon Holly, the number 9 hitter, can't keep up with that at 69 miles an hour.
You might think we're watching the fencing championships, the way that we're going to see the amount of swords between these two pitchers. Sword is that uncomfortable swing. It just makes hitters look awkward. And that's when you know the stuff is not just hard and velocity, but just you didn't realize that pitch was going to move there. And all of a sudden, halfway through your swing, you're saying no, but you're still going. That's the definition of a sword.
Medieval torture.
It is.
She'll get the full hack there. 1 and 2. Talon hit a home run in the win over Texas Tech. Two pitch coming. Called strike 3. 5 of them for Tegan, the first time through the order.
Tegan Gavan has struck out 5 of the 9 batters she has faced, striking out the side in order here in the 3rd inning. The rise ball, the drop ball, and then looking on the inner half.
.111 miles an hour. This is what it looks like for the hitters in the batter's box and how much it blows by you. You try to think that you're going to get that front foot down. It's still late, and that's what we're seeing from these Texas hitters so far. 76 coming right by him as she continues to throw the hardest pitches we've ever seen here at the World Series. How about that? 16 to 37, 75 plus.
Well, just most of those pitches will be down in the zone. Pitches lower in the zone, clock faster. Rise ball will be a smidge slower, and then of course she also has her changeup, her off-speed pitch. She hasn't really used that a lot here, and again, I think part of that is because
they haven't caught up.
They haven't caught up, so why use it? And also, Texas was picking stuff last game off of the Tennessee pitchers.
Remember this Texas team, their bat pass, this is a drop ball hitting team. They hit drop balls really well. And Pickens has been going to that pitch, but she's been by him.
It's 9 and then the top of the order here for the Longhorns in the bottom of the 3rd. Winner is into the championship finals. The loser is out. There goes the short gamer. Swings through it. 1 and 2. Nichols did get a hit in the first game against Tennessee on Thursday. Just puts that one in play and then legs it out. Leadoff aboard for the Longhorns.
This is where it's so fun to be a slapper. against a pitcher that's so dominant because you want it to miss your barrel. You get the barrel, you don't get as much time, and this gives her time off the end of the bat. A beautiful job of a half swing. And look at her just get down the line as soon as she puts that in play. She's safe by maybe a half step. Get down that line.
Caden Henry.
This bat has been quiet. See the 14 hits, that leads the team in the NCAA tournament. She was 0-4 in the first game today.
Drops down the bunt to push the runner, and she too is fast enough to beat it out. No sacrifice necessary, and 2 are on base for Katie Stewart. Couple tappers that went about 4 feet, and Stewart can hit it about 240 feet. Homered in the game earlier today.
Yes!
Wow!
Oh!
Well, with the corner so far back, I still would go 300 feet versus 3 feet.
No.
Wave her off. Don't do it.
No.
And now the corners come up in front of the bag, or to the bag, I should say.
She's not going to do it again.
She does swing away, bounces it to short, and the play is to first. So a swinging sacrifice of sorts for Katie.
I still think, though, you take away a strike. I know she didn't get the bunt down, but that put her 0-1 against Pickens. It puts her into a spot. Either way, she moves the runners. But you want her in a hitter's count where she can slug.
So now it's Vivi Martinez, 2 in scoring position. Chance for Texas to strike first, and that'll hop over the bag, and it's a fair ball.
Wow.
And Texas takes the lead. Vivi Martinez, the RBI single to score Nichols.
And this is all about understanding the defense. And Vivi Martinez, who is not a slapper, but look at where Ella Dodge is. And because she's in, she's able to use the ground over her head. So watch Ella Dodge continue to creep in. If she's in regular position that does not get over her head, perfect placement. That hit behind home plate to come back fair.
That hit in the other batter's box.
Yes, it did, and then came back in. Watch this where it goes down.
I mean, that is as late as you can be and make contact.
And get it over the bag.
Runner on third here, and Reese Atwood will step in. Runner at first goes. The throw not in time, and a stolen base for Martinez, and that frees up Henry to come home. Nothing Texas.
And this is interesting because Martinez goes down and Henry's not going anywhere. So take a look at this. It's a steal. Henry is at the bag. Look at it, even with the back of the fielder to Henry, she's not going anywhere until she goes down on the ground, drops the ball, and then she takes off. I'm actually surprised that she didn't take off the second that she saw the back of Emma Clark. Either way, it works out for Texas.
So score that as a steal of home for Caden Henry.
Ball down.
Well, just how fast Caden Henry is. I mean, Smitty's point, she was 1.5 feet off the bag and still was able to come around. Granted, Bellafla dropping that ball.
3 singles in the inning. And Atwood smacks that one into the gap in left center to score another run for Texas. And Reese has come alive on semifinal Monday for the Longhorns.
There she is. This is Reese Atwood that you know. Reese Atwood that takes a pitch coming into her hand, 74 miles an hour, keeps her hands tucked. Remember now, second time through the lineup, and guess what? They are on time. Atwood on time there, barrels up. Another run comes in for the Horns.
And J.C. Nichols starting it again like she did yesterday off a Jordy ball, that 9-hole. Those infield singles.
The 4th hit this inning off of Carlin Pickens.
Okay, so we talk about 80 miles an hour. Well, that hit was 80 miles an hour. 65 is a hard hit. So that was 15 miles an hour above what is already considered a hard hit. She tattooed that ball.
Well, Pickens is not mixing speeds at all, and Texas has figured out how to be on time.
Another runner in scoring position for Leanne Good.
There it is. That's actually an off speed at 65 miles an hour.
Normal like change-up speed.
And that's what all the hitters are used to from everybody else, right?
Correct.
Which is why she stayed away from it first time through the order. She was blowing it by everyone, but Texas making a great adjustment first at bat to second at bat, forcing her to have to go to the off speed.
Play.
Good drills it out to center, and the catch is made by Knight. Atwood will have to hold, but another hard hit ball for Texas. 2 down. Here's Hannah Wells. Walked in the second. Boy, they are in attack mode too. A lot of first pitch swings.
But their attack mode sitting more 75. That last pitch was 66. That 9 mile an hour difference, everything allows for a swing and miss.
Wells, Oppo. Is it deep enough to score? Atwood, the throw to the plate is in time, and they got her. Outfield assist for Gabby Leach on the throw home. Mike White is asking about obstruction, but the ball looked to be there well in advance of Atwood's approach.
Looked like Elsa Morrison did a great job of only using her glove.
Doesn't look like there will be a challenge.
Tell you what, the outfield assists coming from Tennessee have been so good in this tournament. Gabby Leach, a perfect throw, yeah. That is execution perfection from Elsa Morrison for the out of Reese Atwood at home.
More semifinal action coming your way tonight on ESPN at 7 Eastern. Alabama 1 win away from the finals. Texas Tech will try and sweep a doubleheader. That is what Texas is looking to do. They won the first game against Tennessee, now up 3-0. That should be a doozy tonight. Likely to see Jocelyn Brisky, the SEC Pitcher of the Year in the circle against that potent Texas Tech offense. And then who does Jerry Glasgow start out with? Likely to see an appearance from Nigeri Kennedy. Regardless, it would be her 18th World Series appearance in the circle to set a new record, breaking a tie with Debbie Doom of UCLA, both with 17 apps. I mean, Nigeri here 4 years in a row.
Amazing. 2 different teams.
Yep, trying for the natty.
This is the first time she'll have a legit offense. Get some run production and another arm with Caitlin Terry. You good?
Sophia Knight will try and get something going against Tegan Cavan in Texas, down 3-0. RBI single for Vivi Martinez, the RBI double for Reese Atwood, and Caden Henry stole home. I think that one hit the umpire. Heard Reese Atwood saying, "You all right?"
Got 2 strikes.
No hits off of Cavan, the first time through the batting order for Tennessee, with 5 strikeouts for Tegan. She just seems to relish this stage in the big moments. The emotion last year of beating Oklahoma on the day she lost her beloved grandmother. In their wins over Texas Tech head-to-head, she was the winner. Kennedy took the losses.
Ball.
Missed that 2-2.
Tegan Cavan has just had so much experience from her first day of competition, getting a massive start against UCLA as a freshman. I think all of us, we were calling that game, we thought it would be one of the more experienced pitchers, but Mike White was like, this kid's special. And he threw her in immediately as a freshman, and it's paid dividends throughout her career coming into these massive games at the World Series. Just a junior, it's already 3rd in program history of the number of wins. That's amazing. When you look at Texas and you think Kat Osterman and just the number.
Krista Williams.
Krista Williams.
Yeah.
So many amazing pitchers.
Comes inside on the hands. If they can reach the finals, they would look to be the 10th team to win back-to-back national championships. They would be the 5th team to reach the finals and win a title after losing game 1 here. Good block by Katie Stewart. What you got for us, Holly?
Well, you may have heard of the very famous female athlete from West Des Moines, Iowa, Dowling Catholic. No, we are not talking about Caitlin Clark. We're talking about Tegan Cavan. Tegan actually grew up just a couple of blocks away from Caitlin Clark. They went to the same high school. Tegan did flirt with basketball just a little bit. We even have a photo of Caitlin coaching Tegan. I want to shout out their school secretary. She found these photos deep in their archives for me many years ago, and I always appreciate her.
That's awesome.
A couple of world-class athletes from the same neighborhood in Iowa.
When you look at the body stature of a lot of elite pitchers, they're tall. They're 6 foot plus. They are basketball players as well.
They look a little like you, Michelle Smith.
But getting them to pitch and stay pitching versus playing basketball is sometimes a chore.
Especially if you got Caitlin Clark coaching your team.
She's funny. Carlin Pickens told us she was also a basketball player.
Yeah, and volleyball.
And volleyball, yeah.
State level, I mean, she won at all levels, all sports.
Balls out.
That's the thing, you play everything. You don't want to just focus in on one sport.
Especially if you're 6'1", 6'2", some gym teacher's going to spot you. Hey, you.
Come over here.
We need to put you in a uniform.
That's right.
Tell you what, by the way, Katie Stewart on that last ground ball. We saw a ball last game go in between her legs. She had 3 errors. That last ball was rocketed to her, did a great job. And that can get in your head sometimes.
She went down almost getting on her knees and stopped it with her core, her upper body. She was like, this is not going through.
This is Ella Dodge. Checked it.
Nice job by Ella to keep that bat back. Oh, just back. See how that top hand is off. Split grip.
Slices that and pops it up. 2 down. The other thing about Kavan, she doesn't waste much time out there. Look at the efficiency. 85 times she's had a 1-2-3 inning, and she's going for her 4th in a row to start this game. Her teammate Citlali Gutierrez had a no-hitter into the 4th earlier today for Texas. And now Kavan making it really hard on these Tennessee hitters. It's the 3rd time we've seen this today. Craig Snyder having an in-at-bat chat with the hitters.
It's just so unusual to have a coach, especially in the middle of an at-bat, call timeout, talk to them. You don't see it a lot in the sport. A lot of times you just want to trust that the batter can kind of make those adjustments, but Craig Snyder obviously seeing stuff to try to help his batter, Emma Clark, right now. And a lot of it's just don't chase down. I mean, the first 2 pitches she swung through were down below the zone, so it could be something as simple as see the ball up.
And sometimes it's also breaking up the rhythm of the pitcher, trying to give your pitcher a little bit more rest. She's retired everybody in order, so Pickens is not getting a lot of rest in between innings.
Back up the middle. And the first hit and the first base runner for Tennessee. That one was a little too close to the belt. And the Tennessee hitters talk about winning the belt against Tegan Kavan.
Well, it's an 0-2 pitch you want to see in the dirt. She missed 2 pitches in the dirt. This one ends up being closer to the strike zone. But Emma Clark did do a good adjustment with that back leg, get into that pitch.
So number 4 hitter, Alana Leach. They're going to have to make some history to come back here because Texas has not relinquished a lead this season when leading by 3 runs into the 4th inning, which is the case right now.
Beth, you mentioned winning the belt, which is Tennessee's offensive plan specifically for Tegan Kavan. And what that means is what you saw Alana Leach just do there. Take pitches that aren't at that waist level. So the waist level is what you want to win. That's what you hunt, and then when you get it, you mash it. But that is not winning the belt. It's above not only the belt, it's above the letters.
It's losing the shoulders.
Losing the collar. Oh, shoot. Beat me to it. One-two pitch from the All-American Kavan. Clips the corner for strikeout number 6.
Tennessee wants to win the belt, but Kavan right now owning the belt and beyond. This one at the belt, but away. A beautiful screwball in the outer part of the plate for strike 3, her 7th of the game.
Karen Weekly. And Coach, you wait to start Carlin Pickens until this game, and now she's run into some trouble. What's going on with her in the circle?
Well, actually, I think she's done a pretty good job. They got the kind of swinging bunt sort of thing, and then we didn't get on that bunt, little chopper. That got it going for them, which is what they do. They've got speed. They've got people that can kind of play that short game, and then, squared up a couple. So it was just, things compounded that inning, but I like the way she's throwing.
Talk to me about your batters, because you talked about winning the belt the first time around versus Texas, which you did. What do you see with your swings right now?
Yeah, we're letting her take us out of the zone early in at bats. Either that, or then we get the pitch we want and we're taking it. And I think we're getting a little frustrated if we take something and then we're chasing. And we just got to one pitch at a time. Every pitch we're in a yes, yes, yes mindset. Know what we're looking to hit and get after it. And if it's not there, we've got to let those balls go.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, for the Tennessee Lady Volunteers, looking to break through for their first title. Oklahoma State's been here 12 times without winning it. Tennessee, this is their 10th try at it. And for Nebraska, 7 previous trips now becomes 8 with their elimination yesterday. Good news you're getting here over and over and over. Bad news, frustrating to be so close. Tennessee has played in the finals twice, 2007, 2013. Texas just got off that list last year in their 8th trip. And the same story for Mike White. It was also his 8th time at the World Series. 5 with Oregon, 3 with Texas. Altmaier drills that one center field and back at the base of the wall. The catch is made by Sophia Knight, 1 down. Well, the winner of this one gets tomorrow off, and then it's on to the championship finals, which begin Wednesday night, best 2 out of 3. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all 8 Eastern on ESPN. For more info, visit NCAA.com, your home for all your NCAA championships. A tapper back to Pickens, 2 out.
That brings up the rally starter, and J.C. Nichols down here at the bottom of the order. Karen Weekly was just telling Holly Rowe how it's those miss hits when you talk about the short gamers. And J.C. Nichols is missing barrel, getting on base, scored that first run.
Pickens still throwing with really good velocity. Struck out the side in the first, just 1 strikeout in the second, nothing in the third, or so far here in the 4th. Ball. So the swing as miss has started to go away. Texas knowing what they're hunting.
There you see the numbers for Carlin so far. Ball.
You see she's sitting now 73. A little 74. She was 75, 76. That few miles an hour makes a difference, especially when you've seen it twice.
Right back to Pickens. And a 1-2-3-4, 3-0 Texas as we head to the 5th in the national semis.
From that right side, dealing against the right-handed hitters of Tennessee, working that drop ball down on the inner half. 4 of her 6 strikeouts are against the righties, all swinging. Going back downstairs against Mackenzie Butt, and then back upstairs for the strikeout against Bella Fa. She's been outstanding with that late sharp movement, going downstairs and upstairs for those 6 total strikeouts. But again, 4 of those 6 against the right-handed hitters.
A 3-run lead for the Longhorns as we head to the top of the 5th. Elsa Morrison will lead things off. 5, 6, and 7 in the batting order.
And that's exactly where Tennessee hitters need to look, at that belt level, and do not chase anything else above it. So difficult to do, but Elsa Morrison, when she hit the home run off of Tegan Kavan, it was at the belt and she had taken the rise ball above the letters. And that's hard, because to me, that's a great take. That's above the zone. And if she's getting that called, good luck.
Yeah, if a rise ball pitcher gets the belt or above, it's a fun day to be in the circle.
Not so much at the plate. 0-2 pitch.
Well, and that's what good rise ball pitchers do. They get in your head. They get you to swing at the pitch at your shoulders and watch the one at your belt.
Beth Mowens, Michelle Smith. The self-proclaimed undisciplined rise ball swinger, Jessica Mendoza.
Right.
You managed to get up there and hit a few, though, Jess, in your day.
Oh yeah,
A lot of them went a long, long way.
I don't wear belts. Just the whole zone.
Strikeout number 7 for Kavan.
Again, going up against the righties. Look at the rise ball in the outer half. It's got a little bit of out, and you could just see the explosive nature of this. The way she really reaches back and down and gets underneath that rise ball. She's been on balance. Earlier this year, she was off balance a little bit, and her rise ball was drifting out of the zone, so it was more like a screwball instead of getting underneath it as a rise ball. She has been on point, really steady, good mechanics, reaching back, getting underneath those pitches.
So not as much tilt.
Correct, exactly. Yeah, that's the one thing about a rise ball pitcher, yes.
Yeah.
Clips the upper part of the zone.
Clip it.
You stay on plane level, reach back, not tilting or falling off to the side. But it's tough to do because it can be very taxing on your legs.
I don't know how you hit that.
Yeah, according to TrackMan, that clipped the top of the strike zone. So an 0-2 count to Gabby Leach.
Oh, it's fun. We have TrackMan up here. We have True Media, all sorts of information coming in and making a difference on some of the analytics that we can share with the fans.
True Media has been taking really good care of us.
Yeah, all kinds of multicolored. Candy.
Even a, that's going to drop in between Good and Henry. I think Caden thought that Leanne was going to get to that. They're still kind of looking at one another.
And this is definitely a tweener. And it should be all Caden Henry's, but off the get-go, she's got to call it. She holds up right there because Leanne Good is calling it, but this is a tough catch for Leanne Good. You see it there. She's starting to lose it in the sun. Not second baseman's ball. That is center field all the way.
So a base runner here for Tennessee, just the second of the game for them. That's ruled a single. And here's Mackenzie Butt. Strikeout victim her first time around.
ball.
Missed it low. 1-1. Looking for a breakthrough moment. They have not been able to find one yet against Kavan. Gets another swing and a miss at 70 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's a lot of swing and miss at pitches through and in the zone.
Yeah, you know the stuff is playing when you're going middle and getting the swing and miss.
Foul.
I think Kavan in this situation, especially after throwing that up and in rise ball, can go downstairs and away. Work that drop ball on the outer half after having her set up underneath the hands.
Brilliant, Smitty.
This is just late sharp movement. We talk about how good her rise ball, but how about this drop ball? Look at the tilt on that. So it's going to actually have a little bit of blend down. It is almost right down the middle, and that's what induces the swing and miss. Career high strikeouts here at the Women's College World Series, and still just the 5th inning.
All 3 of the outs in the 3rd were strikeouts. All 3 of the outs in the 5th going to be the same. Pop up instead. Base hit, but stranded. And it's 3-0 Texas.
Here with Mike White, and you are up 3-0 right now, Coach, in this game. But I want to start in the circle with Tegan Kavan. What stands out about how she is dominating the Vol hitters right now?
Just working ahead of the hitters, and that's what you have to do. You know, just can't give them any extra bases because they're a good team, and you don't want to give them any momentum.
Speaking of momentum, I feel like your batters have finally got some. Let's start with Reese Atwood. She'd been struggling up until the last game, and now here she is in a rhythm. How has your offense come alive?
Timing's everything. It's a good time to have her get hot, and you know, we've got some hitters around her that are doing a good job as well. So just need to continue to push because they're not going to give in.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Hookham.
Well, those bats, I mean, 13 hits in the prior game. First game of this one, third inning, is J.C. Nichols, of course, getting things going. It started off in that third inning, and then it was the bunt from Caden Henry. Use those wheels, get on base, and then it was the hit. Vivi Martinez using the other batter's box over the head, and then the slug. Reese Atwood, the double to score another run. This is Texas bats have come to life. 2 games now, 13 hits in the first game, 5 here through 4.
After the 3-run third, Pickens set him down in order in the 4th, but now it's back to the top. Henry, Stewart, Vivi. Tegan Cavan has been terrific. A World Series high 8 strikeouts for her. And the Longhorns bat, after seeing Pickens one time through, have come alive. On a steamy day in Oklahoma City, these players have been out there working on 4 or 5 hours now with the 2 games.
All of our camera guys as well.
Feels like 102.
The fans, the cameramen, everybody. The booth folks up here.
Holly Rowe down there in the field.
Yeah. Actually, I was wondering, that last foul ball was like scorched over there. Everybody ducks for cover.
Oh, 2 pitch. Henry whiffs at it. Strikeout number 5 for Pickens.
Pickens working on expanding the zone. She's got a little bit of out and down on that. Looks like a screwball. She doesn't really throw that pitch a lot. It's a drop that has a little bit of run on it. It's her first strikeout since the 2nd inning.
And here's the All-American matchup with Katie Stewart. First pitch swinging, fouls it off.
She's missed Katie's barrels so far. There's actually been only 2 barrels in this game, so even the 3 runs, but Karen Weekly talked about it. Pickens looking really good. It was kind of the miss hits that got the rally going for Texas. So far, Katie Stewart 0 for 2 against Pickens.
Stewart with a blast, way back and gone. Katie Stewart's bat continues to smoke. Solo shot, it's 4-0.
Three games in a row now for Katie Stewart and the long ball. And we talked so much about her legs and her strength, and does a beautiful job on a pitch down in the zone. And watch this back leg. Look at it get down. She's already low enough, but that strength to get underneath a drop ball to launch it out of here. Always a monster shot off the bat of Katie Stewart.
Number 30 on the season for Stewart, as Martinez pops it up.
And just the 14th of the year that Pickens has given up. It's a huge blast for Katie Stewart.
This is just what the doctor ordered for Texas, with Stewart and Atwood coming alive. Inching closer to a doubleheader sweep to advance to try and defend their national championship. Atwood with the RBI double her last time up. Ball. Down in the dirt. 2-1. Stewart trying to cool off. And gets the swing and miss and a strikeout to end the inning, but another run up on the board for the Longhorns.
There's never been a 30 home run hitter until this season. Kendall Wells did it. Now Katie Stewart joins the 30 club with her 30th home run. Take a look at Carlin Pickens, 74 coming in, 74 going out. Stewart 3 games in a row with the long ball to add more to the Longhorns' lead.
And Tegan Cavan is painting a masterpiece. Look at the way that she is going to frame the strike zone, lower part of the zone, upper part of the zone, the sword swings, the late sharp break. Tegan Cavan with 8 strikeouts this afternoon against Tennessee. A World Series record for Cavan with those 8 Ks. And how about this? Just 2 innings away from potentially moving in to having the most amount of shutouts in Texas history.
There was hardly anything touching the plate in those 8 strikeouts. Kept everything away from the middle. At a 4-0 lead now into the 6th inning. As it stands, a Texas win sends them to the Champ Series.
And when she throws it middle, Tennessee not swinging. That was the biggest goal. That first pitch right there was right down the middle of the plate. The reason you see those strikeouts is because Tennessee takes the ones middle and is chasing the ones outside the zone.
Again, just painting the corners.
And this is why that she's been so successful. Look at how good she is when she works ahead in counts, and she has done that all day long. When she's behind, that's when she gives up the majority of her hits. But she has just hammered the corners of the zone, and you're right, Jess, when she does throw it right over the middle, Tennessee has not capitalized on it. Look at that ratio of balls to strikes. So 57 of her 82 pitches for strikes. It's outstanding.
Big improvement for Tegan Cavan. The adjustments from the first time she faced Tennessee to today, dominating right now. 8 strikeouts, no freebies, and only 2 base runners on 2 hits. So on the day, she and Sitlali, 12 innings of work, 7 hits, and 2 runs allowed. That's it. And Sit is now standing in the bullpen.
Ball down.
Well, and they're such a good mix. They complement each other so well. So Lally with that off speed and spin speed, and then Kavan with the great velocity and late sharp movement.
Strikeout number 9, so a new career high for her in the World Series.
Just great mechanics this afternoon. Pitch on the outer half. She's got that upward movement on it. 70 miles an hour, picking up her 9th strikeout of the game.
Back to the top of the order, and time is starting to run short for Tennessee. Just 5 outs to work with to keep their season alive. They came in to today needing to win just once. And after the loss earlier, down here late in game 2.
Ball, soft.
Emma Clark and Gabby Leach, singles. Nobody in scoring position so far today. Stewart applies the tag, 2 down. Hey, the NBA Finals will get underway Wednesday on ABC, 8:30. It's the Knicks and the Spurs. Been a long time coming in New York City. They are excited, ready to go. And for the Spurs, they won their 5th title back in 2014. They returned with Victor Wembanyama. Here's Ella Dodge. She's pesky if she can get on the bases. We saw that in the first game against Texas with her
Dodging dives.
dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge on the bases.
Is that from the Dodgeball movie?
Throw a wrench at him, Smitty. Throw a wrench. Winner is into the finals against either Alabama or Texas Tech. What do you guys think tonight?
Good games. Good matchups. Can't wait to watch it.
I want to know if Vic Moten's going to get in. We haven't seen her.
No.
A World Series. They have 2 games to work with as well. So
off the base, and it bounces up and it hits Stewart in the face. Getting some attention from the athletic trainers for both sides out to help out. That was 72
The
miles
ruling on
an
the
hour
field
off
is a
the
fair
bat.
batted ball that has been challenged by Texas and is under review.
I think Texas wants to find out which base it hit. The white one in fair territory, the orange one in foul territory. Wow. Oof.
After review, the call on the field has been changed to a foul ball. Texas retains their challenge.
Did hit the orange base.
Katie Stewart still, more so than anything, shaken up. It hit off her mouth. Coming off the bat, 72 miles an hour, and she's so close. Katie's one of the toughest players, too, so you know when she's literally trembling that it gave her a scare.
where there's a few smiles, so that's a good sign, and a chuckle.
Just the care of her teammates, too. I mean, Reese Atwood coming all the way over and just everyone making sure she's okay.
Well, because the last thing you want is an injury before the finals or a concussion situation here.
It almost looked like it accelerated once it hit the bag, too. Ouch.
For one of the best players in the country this year.
She's going to come out.
Yeah, she'll come out for a little more attention.
Looks like Hannah Wells will go over to first, who's in the DP slot.
She's played some there this year.
So Katie Stewart will still remain in the lineup.
So with 2 outs, that is ruled a foul ball. So Dodge goes back to pick up a bat. Counts 1 and 2.
Ball's out.
Kavan gets this out. Texas is just 3 outs away from the finals for the 2nd year in a row.
Ball's up.
Three and 2. Dodge hanging right in there.
It's been the takes. That's why this at-bat has been extended. She's taken the pitches that are not strikes, swinging and fouling off the ones close to the zone.
10th pitch of this at-bat. Dodge just a sophomore. Just about everybody's back. Pickens the only regular in the lineup who is a senior.
Aaron Newer, just a sophomore. Marjeko, a junior.
And that'll be in play out to center. Henry is there. Nothing doing in the 6th for Tennessee. It's a 4-0 Texas lead.
The NCAA Women's College World Series is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Tennessee winner moving on to our championship finals. Coming up at 6:30 over on ESPN, we will get you set for our second semifinal of the day. Alabama needs one win. Texas Tech needs to win twice. But in this game, Tegan Cavan, no notes.
Oh, she's incredible. Look at what she's been able to do. She's literally putting her team on her back and saying, I'm going to take you to the national championship. It's incredible.
Coming into today's game, we were wondering, was she going to go more with the rise? Was she going to throw a little bit more drop? That drop has just been absolutely filthy. So difficult to make adjustments with. And how about the clutch hitting by Katie Stewart? Do hope that she is okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Beth?
Thank you, ladies. Yeah, Stewart took a bounce off of the base, and the ball came up and hit her in the face a little while ago. She came out of the game. She can re-enter, and a little Band-Aid on the chin. Looks like she's okay. Ball. If they do win this game in advance, they certainly want her in the lineup. One of the hottest hitters in the country the last 48 hours. Of course, there's only 6 teams in the country, but I mean, she hit 3 home runs. So there's been hot hitters everywhere else. Leanne Good will start things off 5, 6, and 7. Is this the last inning of work in the collegiate career of Carlin Pickens for Tennessee? Before she is off to the pro leagues and off to Team USA.
Look at those numbers, 71 career victories, a 2-time SEC Pitcher of the Year, a 1.5 ERA. In today's time, career. That's incredible.
1 strike.
It was a 3-run third, and then Stewart, the solo home run in the 5th.
Ball, it's inside.
And a walk here to Good.
Third walk of the game given up by Pickens.
She said she wanted the responsibility in the circle to control the destiny of this team. She and Sage Margetko and Aaron Newer. A remarkable run for that trio in the circle, led by Pickens. And the runs have just been tough to come by today against Gutierrez and Cavan. They've only been shut out twice all year, by the way. And that's what Tegan's working on with just 3 outs left for Texas. Ground ball will scoot deep into the dirt on the left side, and a couple on board for Texas.
Hannah Wells, the freshman, has had herself a day. A couple of base hits, a walk.
Adea Wallace on to run at first.
Kaya Altmaier, too, lined out, almost hit it out her last at bat on base earlier. She had 3 hits in the game before this. She's absolutely been barreling the ball.
And it's interesting, we talked about this in the earlier game. Since Reese Atwood's home run in the 4th inning of that first game, it's like everybody's bat has come alive. So when people talk about hitting being contagious, this is it.
Yes!
Pickens ahead in the count, 0-2.
Two.
Altmaier snagged at third, diving grab by Dodge for the first out.
Ella Dodge just in that perfect position, diving back to her arm side, so away from her glove side. It's a great job because she's somewhat off the line and being able to make sure she's able to get to that ball before it gets down the line. I always say with positioning, make sure that you are a dive length away from that line to be able to catch a ball just like that.
Victoria Hunter is the pinch hitter here. Came on to pinch hit in the earlier game today. Ball hit into a double play. In for a strike, 1-1. If the Lady Vols get up in the 7th, it would be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. Ball. They had the late rally in game 1 earlier today, had the bases loaded with the game-winning run at the plate.
One strike.
And Kavan got a huge strikeout to end the threat and end the game.
Ball, it's down.
Teagan is not allowed a run in the 7th inning since April 20th. 14 straight appearances.
That's insane. I mean,
Hunter, another line drive and another double play. Tennessee will get some swings. Their last chance to keep the season going. As Carlin Pickens departs, perhaps for the final time at Tennessee.
Out of the circle, but when she is in the circle, she has been fierce. That rise ball at the top of the zone, the drop ball, she has been chasing these Tennessee hitters throughout this entire game. The junior has been outstanding at this Women's College World Series. 9 strikeouts today, but look at her career here in Oklahoma City. A sub-1 ERA against the teams best in the nation, showing up for the national championship.
Last year's most outstanding player at the World Series. 3 outs away from going back to the finals for the 3rd year in a row. And a date with either Alabama or Texas Tech. 3, 4, and 5 for the Lady Vols. As Texas closes in.
Ball.
on a 6-0 record this postseason in elimination games.
One strike.
Kavan, a complete game win against Mississippi State. A complete game win against Nebraska. Beat Jordy Fromm head-to-head. Came on in relief to get the save in game 1 today. And now working on another complete game outing for the 3rd time in the World Series.
I mean, no free passes. She's just been efficient with the 9 strikeouts. Pitch count barely over 100 here in the 7th.
Ball.
Just 1 run allowed in her last 21 innings. Full count. Pops it up, good is there. 1 down.
What's impressive as well today, she hasn't really even had to use her changeup a lot.
I know.
She threw 1 to Clark in that at-bat.
Yep.
But she hasn't needed it.
She's been so efficient attacking the strike zone. 18 first pitch strikes right out the chute.
You're immediately hitting from behind. And that, another one.
Well, in the takes, I think that's what the consistency is, that we've not seen Tennessee swing at that first pitch when it's a strike.
0-1 to Alana Leach. 0-2.
And on the season, Tennessee has had a first pitch swing rate of about 43%, and it has gone down tremendously in this postseason.
Carlin Pickens looks on. It's going to be the end of one of the most historic careers of any player we've seen.
2 down. And Texas 1 out away from a return to the finals to defend their national championship.
The hitter that helped get them the win Thursday against Texas, of course, would come out with 2 outs in the 7th to try to continue this season, continue the lineup. Ball.
Last chance is Elsa Morrison. Just a couple of hits, just a couple of base runners today for Tennessee. That's been it against Teagan. She has struck out a World Series career-high 9 Lady Vols.
She went toe-to-toe with Carlin Pickens.
One strike away. And the Texas Longhorns sweep a semifinal doubleheader to come out of the losers bracket to advance to the championship series. Strikeout number 10 caps off a masterful performance for Teagan Kavan as the career at Tennessee comes to an end for Carlin Pickens. And the run towards a first title ends for Tennessee, and it's the Longhorns going back to play for the championship. And for Karen Weekly, oh, so close yet again on a 10th trip to Oklahoma City. Four to nothing the final. Vivi Martinez, Reese Atwood with RBIs. Caden Henry, a steal of home today. And for the third game in a row, Katie Stewart goes yard. And Texas wins it 4-0.
One of the greatest careers we will see. Carlin Pickens says goodbye to college softball, but we will see her more. And a one draft pick in the AUSL, Team USA, all of that. But for right now, never seen a pitcher throw harder, and honestly, a better teammate. Played with such joy and fierceness throughout her entire career.
Tegan Cavan with those 10 strikeouts this afternoon. The rise ball just explosive at the top, the drop falling off the table. That battery of Tegan Cavan and Reese Atwood has been money here at the Women's College World Series for Mike White.
The final out as Pickens watches. And the celebration for Texas as they are back into the finals as we send it down. The Capital One rewarding performance and the rewarding performer with Holly.
Tegan, an unbelievable shutout from you. You now set the record for shutouts in Texas Longhorn history, but more importantly, onto the Champ Series. How did you find this within yourself today?
I mean, I think it goes to Silali Gutierrez. I mean, if we don't get that first one and she doesn't give us a performance like that, we're not in this position. And so it's credit to her, our offense that came through all day. But it was so fun with these girls, and there's a lot of newcomers on this team that haven't got to experience this yet, and I'm just so excited for the opportunity.
You were very different today. You faced Tennessee in the first game. You guys lost. Your approach at the plate was different. You were not as much rise ball. You were a little bit more in your bag of a variety of pitches. What was your mindset to mix things up?
It was just to mix it up 100% the whole game. I knew on Tuesday they didn't have me at my best, and so I was going to give them my best for a shot at the championship today, and I think that they got close to that. And so, yeah, I just tried to mix it up. Coach PR called a great game, and so credit to her, too.
There is something special about this team. I think this is the 6th elimination game you've won here in the postseason. Why does this team have this resilience inside?
We just want another day with each other every single day. Yeah, we want to see each other the next day and the next day after that. And so we fought all year. We're going to fight here until we get it. And so.
All right, we'll see you in the Champ Series. You have a chance to defend your national championship, Tegan.
Thank you. Let's go.
So the first team into the finals, Texas punches its ticket with a doubleheader sweep today of Tennessee, allowing just 2 runs in the 2 games. And that sets the stage for tonight on ESPN, 7 Eastern. Alabama, the 1 seed, and the Red Raiders of Texas Tech. For our entire crew, we will see you in the Champ Series on Wednesday night, and Texas will be there too.